Welcome to the Adaptiv Integration Series, where we'll explore how integration solves business challenges. Today's topic is all about the realities of integrating hybrid environments. And joining me at the table today, we have Adaptiv's integration expert, Philip Durrant. Phil, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Philip Durrant. I've been with Adaptiv for about 4.5 years now. I'm a principal consultant and practice lead for Boomi Adamsphere, here to shed some light on the topic of hybrid environments.
Phil, we know that it's not always feasible for some businesses to run entirely on the cloud. What are some of the most common challenges businesses are faced with when considering a hybrid environment?
When you're considering a hybrid environment, it really does come down to looking at your key business requirements. Why do you need to have an on-premise deployment? Do you have specialist hardware that needs to be delivered on-premise? Do you have special data requirements that are defining that you must retain some of your systems on-premise? Conversely, if you're looking at going to the cloud, what are the benefits that you're going to be getting? Better quality software? Is your vendor forcing you to go to the cloud? Are you getting cheaper delivery? Once you've got those two, then you can look at, are we migrating to hybrid as a final state? Are we going to always have one foot in each camp? Is hybrid a transitional state? Are we going to be moving to a full cloud delivery? But we know that there's going to be a transitional state of 3 to 5 years while we are moving away from the on-prem environment to the hybrid environment.
How do you think the cloud will evolve over the next 10 years, and what considerations will companies need when evaluating a hybrid solution?
I think we'll only see the increase of adoption of software as a service over the next 10 years. Software as a service is maturing increasingly. We're seeing more and more feature parity with the traditional on-prem systems, or features advancing past where they are on-prem as vendors shift their investment into SaaS. So that's going to be a driver of people migrating there. A lot of the first wave cloud migration was into infrastructure as a service, so people will be moving away from that into SaaS. We're also seeing vendor-driven SaaS migration, where effectively vendors are end-of-lifing their on-prem systems. So that is going to also push more migration into SaaS because people aren't going to have an option.
Phil, given that some businesses need to maintain data on-prem when considering hybrid environment, what are some of the main questions you'll be asking clients during the initial scope?
Generally, we find that an environmental layout actually reflects the business processes and the way that a business operates. So when we come in, we'll actually start by engaging in understanding the business processes. Why are you running in a hybrid environment? What are the processes that have necessitated that? And then look at how we can map those down into the actual system requirements. So, for example, you may have a disaster resiliency requirement. That means that you have to have a subset of systems that can operate without access to the internet for an extended period. So that business requirement necessitates that you have an on-prem footprint, but you may also have a requirement to deliver best of breed interaction with your customers, and that has led to the adoption of a SaaS platform, maybe Salesforce. So looking at how those business requirements and operational requirements map down into a hybrid environment and flow through, that then will define how we can deliver an integration solution on top of that.
Do these parameters help frame your solution recommendations, or are all integration platforms equally capable of managing data across hybrid environments?
All of our integration platforms are capable of managing data across hybrid environments, but they do have their strengths and weaknesses. So we'll take these recommendations that we've worked on with the customer and use those to determine what the most appropriate integration platform is for their requirements. Some integration platforms, for example, may be primarily cloud focused but can call down into on-prem systems, whereas others can be deployed in any environment, be it on-prem or in the cloud. And finally, there are ones that are primarily on-prem based but have the capability of calling into the cloud where required.
And in your words, what are some of the key benefits of a successful hybrid environment?
A successful hybrid environment is one that allows you to retain control over your data and systems while still getting the benefits of SaaS software delivery, so making sure that the vendor is responsible for all of the feature updates and things, you just get them. So it's really a best of both worlds is the successful hybrid environment. You've got the ability to govern, restrict, maintain all of your key data. You can still utilize all of the benefits of cloud. Fundamentally, a hybrid environment is successful when your business processes are seamless on top of it, because at the end of the day, the end user shouldn't know they're running in a hybrid environment. It should be invisible. An environment is irrelevant to the end user, so success is people not knowing.
Can you share any success stories where you've helped clients or Adaptiv has helped clients successfully integrate into a hybrid environment?
Yeah, we've definitely got multiple examples of that. So one of the examples I can think of is a leading construction company in New Zealand has requirements to deliver both on-prem in New Zealand and leveraging the cloud for their international offerings. So we have helped them by delivering Boomi into their data center in New Zealand and into the Azure cloud in Sydney to support the overseas offerings, and leveraging Boomi to provide a consistent interface and consistent integration experience across both of those environments. Similarly, with a leading education provider, we've used Azure Integration Services to pull together all of their SaaS education platforms and call down into their on-prem data using the data gateway to allow a consolidated view of all of the data in the enterprise to be fed into the integrations.
Great. And that concludes part one of our integration series. For more information, you can view our website at adaptiv.nz and find us just under the resources section. Until next time.